This year, Deer Park ISD celebrates its 92nd birthday, and our focus remains preparing today's students for tomorrow's challenges. I'm proud that we maintain a perfect balance between community traditions, proven instructional methods, and innovative learning techniques. We've worked hard to earn a reputation for outstanding, safe schools that offer students the opportunity to experience the best we can provide. In addition to a strong foundation of core subjects, they have so many options for electives in fine arts, career and technical education, and athletics. We take good care of our facilities and we provide a supportive work environment for our team members. Our financial operations receive the highest rating from the state for the past 19 years. Hello, I'm Stephen Harrell. I grew up in this community and I'm a product of this school district, and I'm proud to say that my two daughters are too. For 26 years I've been a teacher, coach, and principal. And more recently, I've had the blessing and honor of leading this district as its superintendent. During my career and all the way back to the district's earliest days, employees, parents, community members, and business partners have worked together to build Deer Park ISD into what it is today. We can never stop working for our students, and that brings us to the reason for this video. I'm here with a few of our team members to share some information with you about the district's 2022 bond election and to ask for your participation in the election. Before we share the details of the proposed bond projects, I'd like to start with some basic information. The district's last bond election took place in 2017, and 74.7% of voters in the election approved the measure. The largest projects included the construction of the new Carpenter Elementary building, major renovations to Deepwater Junior High and Deer Park Junior High, purchasing student iPads, the expansion of our ag barn, replacing school buses, and much more. Now that you know a little more about where we've been, we'd like to talk about the future. The proposed 2022 bond election includes projects in areas like career and technical education, technology, fine arts, athletics, support services, and safety and security.
The biggest project that will be funded if the proposed bond election passes is the expansion of our career and technical education program.
Hi, I'm Antonio Rios. I'm the engineering teacher at Deer Park High School South Campus. CTE is a program that people sometimes overlook, but it involves so many areas: health science, agriculture, construction, culinary, art, photography, engineering, law enforcement, floral design, and so much more. CTE gives students the opportunity to finish high school with skills and experience that can immediately lead to good jobs after graduation or provide a strong foundation for college. More than 3,000 high school students, that's 3 out of every 4, are enrolled in at least one CTE class, which means the program is growing because of its success. We hope to expand our existing course offerings and add new CTE programs like cosmetology, barbering, plumbing, and pipe fitting. To provide more space for this expansion, we will build a new CTE wing at Deer Park High School South Campus. The proposed new CTE wing will include several new classrooms and workspaces for this exciting program.
Few areas change as much or as quickly as technology, and that fact has only increased over the last few years as we have faced unique changes in our schools and society.
Hi, I'm Julie Cruz, AP Computer Science teacher, Deer Park High School South Campus. Technology is an area that touches all students and employees and involves everything from children working in their classrooms to our school cafeterias to our air conditioning systems. If the bond proposal is approved by voters, it'll fund several technology purchases that impact every school. We will buy new iPads for students in grades 1, 5, and 9, and upgrade audiovisual systems in classrooms and other areas. We will also purchase network equipment, routers, printers, and servers, as well as student and business applications. It will also fund data and video storage, cybersecurity tools and services, and much more.
One of the best ways for students to experience the value of teamwork, preparation, commitment, as well as individual accomplishments is through electives in their fine arts and athletic departments.
Hello, I'm Courtney Cox, head volleyball coach at Deer Park High School North Campus. If the 2022 bond election passes, it will fund a number of music, art, theater, dance, and athletic programs across our district. We will upgrade the stages at our older elementary schools and update the auditorium at North Campus. The bond election will also pay for new uniforms for marching and concert band, drill team, choir, and orchestra, new band and orchestra instruments, and classroom equipment and resources for fine arts programs at all grade levels. Athletics projects will include the renovation of Watkins Gym at South Campus and the volleyball gym at North Campus, new irrigation systems at several schools' athletic fields, and the resurfacing of the tennis courts and track at Fairmont Junior High. We will also purchase new physical education equipment for all schools and new athletic groundskeeping equipment.
Over the years, our maintenance, transportation, and child nutrition teams have worked hard and worked smart to care for our facilities and equipment. In just about every way possible, they have extended the life of our schools, vehicles, and kitchens. But in some cases, there's a point where replacement is the best option because parts are no longer available or the item needs constant repair.
Hi, I'm Rosa Ramos. If the bond election is approved by voters, many projects and purchases will be funded in these three areas. For maintenance and operations, we will replace the roof at Dabbs Elementary and Bonnet Junior High and update the air system controls at North Campus. We will replace air handlers district-wide and switch gears at Bonnet and North Campus. Bond funds will also pay for interior restoration across the district. Our buses safely transport our students more than 634,000 miles each year. That's a lot of wear and tear, and the bond election will fund our continuing replacement schedule by paying for 50 new buses. The bond election will also pay for a new transportation facility, new garage equipment, and a new bus wash system. Our school cafeteria teams prepare more than 2.4 million healthy meals each year. And just like our buses, the kitchen equipment needs to be replaced over time. The bond election will pay for upgrades to kitchen equipment and cafeteria tables.
Deer Park ISD is regularly ranked as one of the safest school districts in the greater Houston area. But as far as we are concerned, we always want to improve our safety.
Hello, I'm Neil Monroe, principal at Fairmont Junior High. Our students and team members continue to be successful, but none of that is possible without a safe learning environment for students and a safe workplace for our employees. If the bond election passes, we'll replace the 1,100 security cameras that are currently in use across the district and increase server storage. We will also continue updating the entrances at several of our schools to improve security, as well as install safety lighting and update the district's Raptor visitor check-in system.
As you can see, the proposed 2022 bond election includes projects that will impact all of our schools and facilities. But if you're like me, you're probably wondering, how is this going to impact my tax bill? I'm happy to say that this bond election is not expected to result in a tax rate increase. But I'd like to share a few details about how bond elections work. Texas public schools are mostly funded by property taxes, which pay for routine operating expenses like salaries, utilities, employee benefits, and insurance. But the state doesn't pay for large repair projects, new construction, technology purchases, and many other expenses. That's where bond elections help. With the bond election, voters can approve or not approve the district's bond proposal. If the majority of voters approve the bond election, the district will sell bonds over the following 5 years. The money from the bond sales will be used to pay for the projects included in the bond proposal. Based on current taxable values and conservative growth estimates, we don't expect the tax rate to increase if the 2022 bond election passes. But this year, there's a somewhat confusing legal requirement that I want to specifically address. The state legislature passed a law that requires all school bond election ballots to include the words, "This is a property tax increase," regardless of whether or not there will actually be a tax increase. So even though we don't expect there to be a tax rate increase, we are required by law to include the confusing ballot language. Speaking of ballot language, another change to the state law affects how the bond election will appear on the ballot. In the past, our bond elections had a single ballot proposition, which required one response. However, the state now requires a separate bond proposition for certain expenditures such as iPads for students or employees. That means the 2022 bond election will have two propositions. Proposition A for most of the projects in the bond election, and Proposition B for certain technology expenditures. So there will be one ballot, but it will require two votes, one for each proposition. State law also restricts district representatives from advocating in favor of an election. So that's why this video is a factual presentation. If you made it this far, then I'm sure you have one more question. How do I vote? Early voting is the most convenient voting option because it takes place from April 25th to May 3rd at the Deer Park ISD Education Support Center. Election day for the 2022 Deer Park ISD bond election is Saturday, May the 7th from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. For a list of voting precincts, click the link below this video. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and thanks for participating in the 2022 bond election. If you'd like more information, go to www.dpisd.org/bonds2022/ or call the District Information Office at 832-668-7030.